Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Whew. Well, it is so good to be back with you. Welcome to Tuesday, and that means it's time for messages from the spirit world. Before we get in that, got to give you a big shout out. All of you came out to yesterday's video. We had horoscopes. We talked about all the major happenings in the sky. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's in the video queue right before this one. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. And today we're going to do little mini psychic readings for those of you who've written in. Now, I have to say, first of all, for those of you who are new here, I get this every week. What does it cost to be on Messages from the Spirit World? $0, absolutely free. Zero, big zero. Absolutely free. Now, I have to tell you guys, honestly, I get hundreds of letters a week, and I can't right now honestly read for everybody that writes in. So, be patient with me. It's just one of me, but I do read all the letters, and I, let Spirit bring to me what I can and try to do what I can. If you've got an urgent issue that's pressing and you need some help, you might want to think about investing in a private reading. I am a full-time professional psychic medium. I've done professional work for over 20 years, and I'd love to sit down and read for you privately. Now, my private sessions I do charge for, but you're getting a full hour, and that's you and me one-on-one. So if you've been wanting to sit down with me, have a private session, we can make that happen. Give me a call at my office number if you want to get on my schedule for a private session, 703-825-3929. That number will be in the info box below this video. Again, 703-825-3929, or you can write to me at my email, readings@robert-hickman.com. That will also be in the box below. So, give me a call. Now, we've been getting a lot of letters, and I have to tell you, one of the things I say every week, and it's really true, listen to all the messages, because even if your letter doesn't get read, it doesn't mean that Spirit can't help you, because I've had so many people say, Psychic Bob, you were reading for Sally in New York, and I swear that was me. Spirit will work through other people's letters to help you. So people say to me, well, Bob, I swear that letter was for me. Are you sure you didn't get the letters mixed up? No. And try to think of it this way. The Spirit people want to reach as many people as they can. So they're going to work through people's letters to reach out. Now, when I pull a letter, I'm just pulling because Spirit told me to. But Spirit knows there might be 3 or 4 other people that have the exact situation. And so they can work through other people's letters. So keep that in mind. But I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you. If you want to write to me, by the way, I forgot to say this, you can put your question for next week's show in the info box below. Or if you don't want to do that, you can write to me at my private email, readings@robert-hickman.com. That link will be below also, okay? So in the info box. Well, before we get into the letters, let's all just settle down. Let's attune to the spirit world. Okay, my spirit guide Fletcher is back here. He says hello to all of you. All right, our first letter today is from Je t'aime. Hello, Je t'aime. Je parle français. Je t'aime writes, hello, Psychic Bob. I've been trying to contact my spirit guide / guardian angel, but I feel nothing. Do they have any messages for me? Thank you for all that you do. Hi, Jitem. Listen, you've got a number of guides around you, but I'm hearing from one. It's a female guide that you have. I can't talk today. Her name is Kara, spelled C-A-R-A, and I hear Kara saying that she's working with you. She said she's helping you to open your psychic channel, and that she's come in because you have been a little blocked. Now, it looks like you've had some really intense stress this last 2 months, and that's why you've been overwhelmed. But Kara's coming in to help you balance things out. And she says to tell you, just relax. She said, no need to stress, just relax. But she's going to be working with you. I keep being shown that she's literally talking in your ear, so I think you're going to start to literally, your first message may come through as if somebody's talking to you. You might hear a voice say, you know, do this or do that, or hello, I'm Cara. But they're going to get you listening. You have gift of clairaudience that's developing. That means spirit hearing. So, you know, when we talk about spirit communications, try to remember they can come through in a lot of different ways. Sometimes you'll have a dream, okay? You might actually see a spirit, or you might hear them. A lot of people write to me and they say, Psychic Bob, I'm trying to see my spirit guides. I'm focusing on my third eye and I'm not getting anything. And it's funny, when I sit down and talk to them, I say, well, you're not a clairvoyant, you're a clairaudient. And they said, what's that mean? I said, well, you're going to hear spirit voices. And they're like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So one of the things you tell me is, I got to tell you, you're a clairaudient. You're going to hear a message rather than see it, or, you know, that's how they're working with you. Now, you could get a dream and hear the voice in a dream as well. But I want you to listen, practice listening. That's how they're connecting with you, okay? But it does look like you're opening some psychic gifts. Cara's asking me also to talk to you about the month of August this year. And it looks like around August, you're going to be doing some spiritual studies, like taking a course in psychic development. It looks like you'll be meeting up with a local group. I don't think this is through a spiritualist church. This may be through a metaphysical group. And it's strange. I feel like they're meeting at a bookstore, like a spiritual store or metaphysical shop. So I want you to look in your area for metaphysical bookstores or spiritual bookstores, because I think there's a group that you're going to connect with through that store, okay? Anyways, Cara is your guide, and she's helping you with clairaudience. I hope that helps a little bit. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Chris A. Iffy. Chris A. Iffy writes, Hi, Psychic Bob. Thank you very much for your lovely messages. I would like to know what my life theme is and my mission. Hi, Chris A. Iffy. You know, when I'm stepping into your frequency right now, I'm getting a lot of blue light around you here. This indicates that you have gifts of communication. You actually, your life theme is a communicator life theme. You have a real strong gift for communicating ideas. Also in writing, I feel like you'll do a lot of writing in your life. I keep seeing your mission being that of a journalist or some type of writer. I feel that you're going to be somebody who's kind of cutting edge, who brings important issues to the forefront for people to look at and to consider. I don't know if you're doing an online blog or anything like that, but I would encourage you start also doing a blog where you can share your ideas. I keep seeing media cameras around you, and I think you'll have some connection also with media like television also. So maybe you want to do some videos, or, you know, I don't know if you're doing YouTube videos now, but I'd like you to explore media, particularly focus on journalism. And I think that you're going to really do well. You could also be like a communications-focused person, like communications major. So communications/journalism/media. That's where I see you. And you have a communicator thing. Okay. Thanks for writing. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. All right. Oh, let's see here. Gosh, we got so many letters. Our next letter is from Lisa Stassi. Hello, Lisa. Long-time viewer here. Lisa writes, says, Bob, for some people, heaven wouldn't be heaven without cities like New York or San Francisco. I'm wondering if cities like these have their counterparts on the other side. For me and my family, heaven wouldn't be heaven without New Orleans. New Orleans, wow, you know, that's a city I've always wanted to go to. I need to come down and see you guys and go there. Maybe we could all go on a trip together. Let me tell you, well, this is a really great question. I love this question. And the answer to your question is yes, there are cities on the other side. Now, try to remember this. Throughout all of our lives, and we live multiple lifetimes, we've lived in the city, we've lived in the country, we've lived on other planets. And so on the other side, you know, we remember those times and those places that were special. And they allow us to re-experience that on the other side. So yes, there are cities, Now, it may not actually be New York City totally recreated, or San Francisco totally recreated, or New Orleans, but it'll be very similar, and you will get that experience. Because, you know, on the other side, a lot of people love to live in urban environments. I myself am a city person. I love to visit the country, but I don't think I could live in the country forever. I think I would just feel too isolated. I like to be around people. So I know when I die and go back to the spirit world, there will be cities there. So yes, you will get to see cities on the other side, and they'll be like your favorite places. And you know, for example, on the other side, some people, and I've done a lot of readings, people have spirit houses over there. I did a reading for somebody recently, and a lady came through, and she said, "Oh, my husband and I are here. We have a great southern plantation house, big." They showed me a big mansion, like the type you'd see in New Orleans. And the truth is that over there, you get to have your dream homes. So like this lady, and the lady I was reading for, she said, "Oh, that's amazing. My mother and father lived in a big, plantation house with the big columns and all of that. And on the front porch, big front columns. And that's what they had in the spirit world." Now, there are people who, like myself, love to live in high rises. I live in a high rise condominium. And you know what? Over in the spirit world, I can live in a high-rise condominium if I want. So yes, there are all types of living arrangements, and there are cities, the counterparts to the wonderful cities of the world on earth. And in fact, I'll tell you, I live in Washington, D.C., and I love D.C. Now, I know a lot of people around here hate the city, but I love it. And I love when I go down to the Federal District, and they have these imposing buildings. They look like giant Roman temples, and all the monuments are like temples to the ancient gods. Well, do you know where those inspirations came from? We think, oh, well, they're copying ancient Greece and Rome. Yes, they are. But actually, ancient Greece and Rome brought it over from the spirit world, of the buildings and the cities that were there. So a lot of what you see on Earth is actually a reflection of what's already over there. It actually existed over there before here. So like your city of New Orleans, there's already a New Orleans in the spirit world. And the one that came into the earth was brought into creation by people that were inspired and had a deep soul level memory. They may not consciously remember, but they brought over elements from that place on the other side. So yes, there are the equivalents of those cities, and you can experience them over there. Hope that helps. Thank you for writing. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Trish Maxwell. Hello, Trish. Trish says, "Hi, Psychic Bob. Thank you for your daily videos and all that you do and the love you give to everyone." Oh, Trish, thank you so much, hon. I'm so honored to be here. And the fact that anybody watches is a miracle to me. When I started my YouTube channel, I just did it as an experiment, just to see what would it be like. And I had no idea it'd take off. In fact, if you go to my videos and you go to my video queue, you can sort it by oldest first. You can see my first video. And it's kind of hilarious because I didn't know how to do videos then. And I looked so nervous because I didn't realize I could retape it if I messed it up. So anyways, it's kind of funny. I thought I had to get it all in one shot perfect. So, go see my old videos. She writes, she says, "Do you have any messages for me from my mom who passed? She was my best friend, and I miss her terribly. Aww. Thank you, and much love to you." Trish, when I'm stepping into the frequency here, I am getting your mom around you. In fact, she's been visiting you every single day since she's passed. She keeps holding up the number 2, so I feel like it's been about 2 years since her crossing. And she says 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I think she's talking about like she's been there 2 years. And she says, "I'm visiting daily." And it's interesting, she shows me she comes in your bedroom, and she literally sits right at the end of the bed. And it's like she just listens to you, listens to your presence, feels you. She just wants to be close to you. She is on the other side. She's in the light. She's not earthbound. And I hear her saying something about, she said, "Thank God I'm out of that body. Thank God." And she has this look on her face of just like, oh, I don't even want to recount what that was like. She was having a lot of problems towards the end there. And she's like, you just don't want to know. She looks frustrated with it. But she's trying to brighten up the moon. She's bringing in a big bouquet of flowers. And she shows me this place. She said, I got a mixture. And I think that she loved flowers when she was alive. And she said that she's having the best time over there. She said, I get to visit everybody. And she's also telling me about cats, or a cat that's with her in the spirit world. So I think she has a pet over there that's a cat. Or maybe she had a cat that she was very fond of. But anyway, she's with a cat also in the spirit world. She says, tell her I'm visiting daily. And she said, no more pain, no more stress. And she wants you to know she's happy and she loves you. She said, tell her I love her. And I have to ask you also, maybe you can confirm this, was there some issue about a year before she passed about a transition around a house? Did she do a move out of her house, or was there some discussion around her house? Because she said to me also, she said, I'm glad we got that house situation sorted. And so I don't understand that except to say what she's saying, but she wants you to know that she feels that everything around her and her issues was done properly. She says, I'm happy the way everything worked out. So she's at peace and she's visiting you. I want you to, when you're in bed, when you wake up, she's there, just talk to her. You know, or you can even call her and say, Mom, I'm sitting up, I'm awake. Come and talk to me. And she'll sit on the end of the bed. That's where you'll have conversation with her, okay? Anyways, but she's in the light and she sends love to you. Hope that helps, darling. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. All right. Our next letter is from Carolyn R. Hi, Carolyn R. Carolyn writes, says, Bob, why do I keep seeing duplicate numbers? 222, 333, 555, 1212. What does this mean? And what should I do when I see these numbers? Hi, Carolyn. Well, first of all, let me tell you, duplicate numbers. I'm glad that you wrote this. This is a great question. That's the way that Spirit a lot of times communicates with us. Now, each of the numbers can have specific meanings. And, for example, 222 means you're not alone. It means you're not by yourself. You got two people, you and a spirit person. 333 means divine blessing from heaven. It's Trinitarian. And 555 means that you're under divine protection. And 1212 means you're growing in spiritual power. Now, I don't know if those are the exact numbers you're seeing, but that's what those numbers specifically mean that you asked about. But more than just what those numbers mean, what the spirit people are doing is they're just getting your attention to let you know that you're not alone. A lot of times when a spirit puts a number repeatedly in front of us, it's also a sign, pay attention to where you are in the circumstances, because there's something in that moment that you need to pay attention to. For example, if every time you go to the grocery store, your receipt comes up, you know, or you're on the register, comes up 333, that means it's a blessing. And so it can also be a sign that Spirit's trying to get your attention to stop and look around. And you might look around and see a little basket over on the side saying donations to the poor. And so that 333 means you've received blessing. Now you need to give blessing. And so you can know that the spirit world's asking you to help those less fortunate who have less blessings materially. So these numbers are just to get your attention. And so in the moment, what do? Pause, look around, and see if there's something there that you're missing that you need to pay attention to. And also look at your mood. You know, if you're feeling a day where you're feeling overwhelmed, you just can't deal with stuff, and that number comes up, that spirit's saying, you're not alone, we're with you. So it's always a positive thing. This is nothing negative. I don't see anything negative or pick up any danger around you or anything like that, but that's what that's about, okay? Pay attention, be in the moment, and let them work through you to be a blessing to others. Hope that helps. Good question. Thanks for writing. All right. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know how fast the time's going here. We're coming to the part of our show which is called Spirit Shoutouts. Spirit Shoutouts are messages that I receive for subscribers. These are not necessarily from people who have written in with a specific question. Sometimes I'll just be seeing comments or a subscriber list, and a message will come through. And I was like, oh my God, I got a message for that person. I write it down and I give these out. So I never know what's going to happen, but I've got a few spirit messages, spirit shout outs, as I call them, I want to give out here. My first one goes to Paul James Colden. Paul James Colden, hello, good to see you. Listen, I got to tell you, I keep getting around you a lot of voices whispering. You're really drawing in a lot of spirits. You're a natural, we call it natural medium. You're just a medium. Now you can get refined and train that, and maybe you will, but it doesn't matter either way. You're a medium. And I'm getting a man around you who's been talking to me this morning named Arthur. And Arthur said that he's one of your spirit guides. He was a World War II British soldier. He died during World War II, British soldier. He died during the London Blitz. But he's around you. His name is Arthur, one of your spirit guides. So he's going to be helping you, I believe, with your connection with the spirit world. Okay. Thanks for being at my channel. Blessings to you. My next message is for Queen Nadine. Hello, Queen Nadine. Listen, Queen Nadine, I got messages for you too. You have around you two spirit guides have been talking to me today. One is a lady from ancient Rome. She's wearing like a toga, beautiful lady with blonde hair. She's wearing it tied up in a bun. Her name is Lumina, and she says, my name is Light, and she said that she's coming in to bring gifts of light so you can have clairvoyance and spirit vision. You also have another spirit guide around you, and his name is Henry. And he was a World War I veteran. He died in World War I, but before the war, he had been a member of the spiritualist movement, and he was developing as a medium in a spiritualist group. He was an American guy, I believe out of Indiana. He said something about Camp Chesterfield, so you might want to research that. But his name was Henry, and he was a spiritualist during the early 1900s. And they're both asking me to tell you that they're working with you because you have gifts of spirit communication that are opening. So Spirit's trying to work with you so you can talk to them more directly. Okay. Anyways, had to bring the message. Hope that makes some sense or helps. Thanks for being at my channel. All right, my next spirit shout out is for Melody Miller. Hello, Melanie. Listen, hon, I got to tell you, I want you to watch this summer. This summer has a lot of silver light around, which means more money for you. And I think there's going to be job transition coming for you. I want you to watch. I'm not sure if it's around June or July, but it's during the summer, before the summer's over here. I keep seeing a connection with you with a nonprofit organization. This has some connection to service to military families. So I want you to look for nonprofits that work with the military, because I see something this summer that opens up for you that's a really ideal job, be more money, and you're going to really love it and do a lot of good. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, guys, well, I don't know where the time goes, but I am so thankful we had the chance to be together. You guys rock. I love you. You guys are best. Well, listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. By the way, I always forget, if you have trouble remembering to be here, hit subscribe. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll get updates. Also, hit the bell so they give you notifications. And we'll make sure that you get all the daily updates. I put out daily videos here at Spirit Channel. So be back here tomorrow, because tomorrow is Wiccan Wednesday. We're going to talk about something magical. Speaking of Wiccan things, you also might want to pop over to my website, pick up some of my writings. I am a published author. Here's one of my books, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom, Ouija Mysteries, the Spirit Board Seances, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. Oops, actually, I said this one. Psychic Bob's Book of Spells, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. Messages from Rose, and there are a few others, but you get over to my website, psychicbob.com. The link will be below for my bookstore. And when you get to the website, at the top, there's a book said tabs. A tab says books. Click on that. You guys are best. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may you all always blessed be.